Hello everyone, welcome and welcome back to the Inside Out channel. My name is Courtney and I will be your hostess for the next couple of minutes, and I appreciate you tuning in. So usually I'm in my home and I have like the lighting and I have hands-free, so I don't have to hold this phone, but I am meeting some coworkers for dinner and I wanted to just get this out there before I had too many drinks, and I didn't know when I was going to come home, so I didn't want to put it off any longer. And my dad always told me, Court, stop procrastinating. So I'm just trying to be a good student with my time. So here I am. Now, the purpose of this video is just to give you a quick intro on what the next series of videos are going to be on. And those videos are going to be all about Aquarius season. So happy Aquarius season to all of you. Happy Aquarius season to anyone who has an Aquarius placement, anyone who is celebrating a birthday in the next couple of days. Just Aquarius vibes all around. Now, I was trying to figure out how I wanted to present the information that I have been dying to share about birth charts and how I interpret them. And I figured, because it's Aquarius season and it's my birthday week, my birthday is 2/2/22, talk about synchronicity, talk about numbers, I would start to share based upon what is in my chart. So for example, my Aquarius sun, I am an Aquarius sun and I'm also an Aquarius Mercury. Those two planets were in the Aquarius sign when I was born. So I'm going to make it make more sense throughout the next series of videos, but I just wanted just to put a quick trailer, if you will, out there to say, hey, this is what's coming. For my own purposes, really, not for anybody else's but mine. I want to stay on track and keep up for the rest of my life. So that's what we're doing with this. Now, also, real quickly, there has been quite an energy shift over this weekend. Venus was in retrograde from December 19th until the 29th of January. And on the 29th of January is when it went direct. Now, interestingly enough, I also consider Aquarius season, the first day officially on the 29th. That's when the sun has completely crossed the Capricorn plane and it is no longer straddling anywhere over in the Capricorn sector. So Aquarius season and Venus left retrograde on the same day. Now today, as I record this on the 31st, we also have a new moon in Aquarius. And then on the 3rd of February, Mercury stations direct, because Mercury has been in retrograde since January 14th. So if anyone has been feeling lazy or lethargic or feeling some kind of way, maybe a little antsy, maybe a little angry. I know I have a family member who was like, I had a slight meltdown on Saturday. Some of you don't realize that you're more sensitive to the energetic shifts than you realize. And once you start knowing the astrological climate, then you can start to take the necessary precautions or prepare yourself for that energy shift so that you remain steadfast no matter what is happening in the cosmos. It's been really effective for myself, and I just want to share it with you guys because I don't want y'all to have no bad days. You don't have to have a bad day if you don't want to. And that's not smoke. That's like true facts. So, a new moon, my hand hurts, excuse me. A new moon signifies new beginnings. Aquarius season is all about the individual, but the individual contributing to the greater good. We are the humanitarians of the zodiac. Aquarians are the most eclectic. We are a higher mind type of sign. We don't really deal in emotions, which we actually get kind of a bad name that we're kind of cold and aloof. But it's not that we're cold and aloof. We just kind of eschew our emotions because it's like, what's the point? So I'm not telling you not to feel what you're feeling at all, if that's what you're picking up, but that's not what I'm putting down. What I'm saying is this energy that we're dealing with all these shifts and all these things coming into play, it's a chance for you to get out of your emotions if you've been sitting in them for too long. So if you have someone that you haven't talked to for a really long time, but you used to be super, super close, and you can't even really articulate very well why you're not talking to them, you should probably take this season to rectify that, because it's doing more harm to you than you realize. And we're all about getting all the things this year. So, I'm not going to keep rambling because I don't have my notes, but I'm really excited for Aquarius season. This is my sign. This is my element. I'm in my zone, and I want all the rest of you to get into this cool, eclectic, fun, individualistic vibe of the Aquarian. Aquarius is like that bomb-ass patchwork quilt, where I've read this and I can't remember the article I read it in, but I thought it was so profound. You see, like a basketball team or a baseball team, any sports team, they all have on the same jersey, just different numbers. And that's how you kind of tell them apart. But with a quilt, it is all these different fabrics and all these different patterns in each square that are put together to make up this really cool blanket. And I think really that is an accurate depiction of what Aquarius season is. It is all about your individualistic nature. It's all about embracing your weird and using it for the greater good of your group or humanity or whatever. It's about thinking big and going for it. Aquarius rules social media. So getting creative on your social media apps and ventures, or just pushing the boundary. Listen, and then I'm getting off here because I'm rambling. Everyone talks about, you need to set healthy boundaries. You need to set healthy boundaries. I'm not for that jargon anymore, okay? You don't know how to set a boundary if you don't know about yourself. And you can't properly relate to people if you're constantly labeling other people toxic. You have to embrace the toxicity within yourself and work that out so that you stop making your situation, your friendships, your relationships, your work environment, your home environment toxic. The only person that can make an environment toxic is yourself, not anybody else. And here at Inside Out, I'm all about taking responsibility for yourself, disciplining yourself for the greater group, for the greater good of the group. So I'm going to make it all make sense in the next upcoming videos. But until then, really just enjoy the vibe of Aquarius. We're cool. We don't get hype over crazy things. We don't let things, really bother us. And another side note, I know I went through a time where I was letting everything bother me, and I refuse to let anything bother me anymore. I heard a gospel song I was listening to the other day, and I don't know if it was Dorothy Norwood or Shirley Caesar. I can't remember which one it was, but she said, "There is nothing that can happen to me today that me and God cannot handle." And that's my weirdness that I'm embracing. God is my friend, and I serve him, and I walk with him, and I talk with him, and I say that every day when I get out of bed. Lord, I may not be walking now, but I'm going to walk by faith. I'm walking any way that I possibly can. And I know that there is nothing today that me and you cannot handle. So let's do this, bro. And we do it. And every day has been a great day since. So that's my Aquarian weirdness that I'm sharing with y'all. I have a lot of other quirks, trust. But I'm about to go into this really cool restaurant called Baca. I'm about to get me a couple drinks. I'm about to enjoy my coworkers. I'm about to really embrace this Aquarian season. And I want you guys to stay tuned for the next couple of videos that I'll be sharing in this series of Aquarius. So happy Aquarius season. I pray that you guys are well, that your spirits are high, and that you remember that there is nothing that can happen to you today that you and the Lord cannot handle. Happy Aquarius season.